Fabienne,
Yeah.
we have to go to our new guest. Let's talk about Voizupp.
It's a very popular one here in Amsterdam.
But why?
And it's always like that. Well, I think it's about technology in many different fields. I think it's very varied. It's not only about media, it's about many other fields and
Yeah.
sectors. So I think there are many different sectors, industries interested.
And
professionals
and
interested.
they're also connecting more often
Yeah.
in the last couple of years. Telecom, together with
Yeah,
television,
exactly.
broadcasting, blah, blah, blah. So Voizupp, Tommy, your company, tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, I come from radio as well. I
Yeah.
was a radio program director.
In Spain.
In Spain, yes. Voizupp is a...
Ron
Voizupp is a...
Ron and I are real Spain fans, so therefore we say...
He knows. He knows.
That's
We met
good
each
to
other
know.
2 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And we talk about Voizupp. It was 2 years ago. It
Yeah.
was the start is in.
When
Which
we
year?
started, we started a few years ago because I was still in radio in 2013 when we started, but the service has been changing and the path has been long. But now we are, as I was answering, we help radio stations evaluate contents, on-air contents daily. I was a program director and we were doing many music tests and focus groups and surveys, but it was a bit old-fashioned and a bit slow. Well, very slow. The insights weren't frequent enough. So we have so much that we can trigger our decisions, rushing decisions based on our fears. So it's like, oh my God, this doesn't work. This song or this specific segment didn't perform as I expected. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to remove it. That would be a mistake.
But that
So-
makes you a unique company about this. Or are there many? Is the competition big?
On the technology, there's nothing identical. There are similar
Okay,
for that
yeah.
song. And you can see that in the dashboard. We express it in green and red bars. Green bars, increasing the volume, red
That's really
bars,
confronting.
lowering the...
And how can you...
Exactly, yeah, it is, but that's why the mindset is very important, because you need to say, okay, I'm going to approach this knowing that I'm going to be biased by my fears, but this is about improving. And I can go to the data every day, so you don't need to rush, because just wait, and maybe you think that that's not working, you don't need to remove it tomorrow. You can wait for 1 week or 2, and you will see if that's the case, that doesn't work. Okay, then remove it, but when you are sure about it, because you tested it.
Yeah.
We talk about making experiments. So basically, when you have the data that it's continuous, what you are doing, what we are very proud of doing with radio stations, is that we are helping them introduce short cycles of learning. So they don't need to rush, and they go and they say, okay, I've seen that every time that I use these elements or that I do this on air, this happens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an assumption. Maybe it's true, but you see patterns after some days. You create an assumption, and you have the environment for testing that assumption and getting a very robust conclusion. Is this correct or not?
All these information there are for the radio station, the program directors. How can you help the presenters with this information?
Actually, for example, for a Dutch station, because some stations are okay with saying which ones, some others are not. So I'm going to treat all of them the same way. I'm not going to say names. So with a Dutch station, we work with the editors of the morning show. It's not directly with the host. We have meetings with the host sometimes, but it's not often. But the editors are the ones responsible of choosing the content and telling the hosts how to approach that content. With a different station, a music station, a morning show of a music station, we are working, for example, with the host directly. Well, the team is very big. It's 10 people using the dashboard daily, but the one creating these assumptions, these hypotheses to test, the one approaching data every day, minute by minute, it's the presenter, the host of the show, because he's also the director.
Okay,
And And it's important, the attitude, because as I said, you cannot approach the data getting easily scared, because that fear is going to play against you. So you have to be positive and say, okay, I'm going
Because
to improve
it can be
here.
work
Psychologically.
psychologically, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think it's a very easy element. This is continuous, so you don't need to rush. That idea is very important, and it's just okay. You think that's not working? Don't panic. Make sure about that. Test it again. Basically, I'm explaining it in an easy way. It's more about defining an experiment with variables and everything, so it gets a bit more serious. But here today, I'm explaining it in a way that it's easy to understand. And it's basically, testing, making exercises, making some games on Earth to confirm that that assumption, that thing that you believe it's not working or it's working great, actually does.
Yeah, a good mirror.
Yeah.
Good mirror. Here on the exhibition, are you here with a stand as well
No.
as a guest?
No, we are not, only as visitors.
But what do you hope to find here?
What do I expect to find here? Well, actually, I would tell you why we decided not to come here. We always have
not to
these
do- to-
internal debates.
Yeah, not to be here as an exhibitor.
Exactly, as
Yeah.
an exhibitor. Because we always say, okay, we are technology. Technology is a big part of us, of what we do. So it's important, and maybe we should be here. We should be networking with other companies in the same sector. But at the same time, our interlocutors in radio organizations are the content professionals.